Hello and welcome to this tutorial. My name is Thilo. In this tutorial, we would like to share basic information about the MADRIX Radar software. MADRIX Radar is developed by InnoH to retrieve RDM data and monitor it to make the life easier for all users which are in need to observe an RDM-based project. Radar is able to show the monitored values live or can create an event like sending an email, for instance, if an unexpected value from a sensor will be received. In this tutorial, we will explore whether MADRIX Radar is the right tool for your RDM-based project. Now, let us have a short overview about the MADRIX Radar software. In this tutorial, we will have only a short overview about it. Of course, we will have a deeper look into all the different sections of radar in the further tutorials. As you can see, by default, on top there is the interfaces view. In this view, all found ArtNet nodes are listed. The list can be modified according to your needs. That means you can enable or disable columns, so you are able to say I want to know the network and I enable it. Then you can see my network is in the 10.x IP address range. If I don't need it, I disable it. I'm also able to change the order of the columns. That means if I am not interested in the interface firmwares, for instance, I move it to the end, and then the interface firmware is here or at the end. Now it's at the last column. And of course, if I don't want to have this visible, I hide this. And so I say interface firmware hide. And it's gone away. Of course, you can change the size and you can search inside of every view. So here we can search, for instance, we search for MADRIX Stellar, and then only the interfaces which are called MADRIX Stellar are there. Of course, as soon as you delete, everything will be there. It is also possible to filter according to a column. So if you want to filter, for instance, according to the network name, that means the name of your network card, you can write network name and then colon art net. Now only nodes which are connected to the network card ArtNet are being displayed. So you see here are sometimes a jump in the index because our nodes are connected to another network card. As soon as I delete this, the full list will be visible again. All views can be undocked, and you can move it to another position wherever you want to have it, or you can move it to a second screen. You can do this as a full screen, and of course you are able to close this interfaces view. To get it back, you go to View and enable interfaces. At the moment, it's here on the right side docked. I want to undock it, and now I want to bring it back to the default position here on top. The next view is the device view. This view shows you all connected RDM devices. Of course, the node needs to support RDM. Also, in this view, you will be able to search, you will be able to show or hide the different parameters of the connected devices. Depends on what you want to have visible. You can change the different checkboxes if want to. You can of course select show all, then everything will be there. You will be able to hide only a part, and of course after show all you will be able to hide all, and then nothing, only the index is visible. And now you can set up your desired parts of the parameters you want to have there, like network name or like DMX parameters, and then you have nothing. Of course, it is possible to restore the default view. Therefore, simply click Restore Default Visibility and the disabled columns will reappear. As soon as you select a device here inside, you can see the parameters of it. Here are all parameters listed now, and you can scroll from top to the bottom. Just like the other views, the parameters also contains the search function. You can also here hide options. By default in this view all options are available, and to open this context menu you have to perform a right click. And of course you can define how you want to order this list at the moment according to the parameter names from Z to A, and now ascending from A to Z, or according to the index. Depends on your need, you can change and modify it. Another view is the sensor view. Here in this view you can see all the sensors of the connected device. If there is a multi-selection, you see the different sensors of all selected devices. Then we have the possibility to figure out status messages. Status messages are more or less like a little log file inside of the fixture itself. Then we have the possibility to have a few for the presets. Presets are called, that means presets are little scenes or chases stored inside of the device itself, and you can call it or you can give them a fade in and fade out time. And then there are slots. Slots means with the help of it you can figure out the DMX personality. That means there's a list how each channel will be assigned, but only parameters are required. Sensors, status messages, slots and presets are not required by RDM, so not every fixture has all of these parameters or values available. As always, you can undock the different views and you can dock it again or bring it to another screen if you want to. Below the list, you will also find different views by default. One view is the history view. As soon as a sensor is selected, you can see the recorded history of it. For this history view, two important things are necessary. That's a so-called PostgreSQL database, and you will need a big data license. And in this view, you can see the different stored values from the beginning of the record until the end. And on the left side, you can figure out what you want to see in this view. That means you can enable sensor values or not. You can enable events or not. You can enter a time span, and now the history view will display only the recorded values in this range. You have the event list there, and always when a fixture or device is sending an event, and event means if something is out of a range or if a connection is lost, MADRIX Radar will list this event here on the bottom. And also these events can be sent via email to your desired email address, or you can create an shell script and the shell script will execute it. But these and all the other views we will have deeper looks in different other tutorials. A last view is here the log view. Here inside you will find the log file and all different communication parts are logged. This is more necessary when you have to contact the support or something is wrong in your installation. Then you can send us this log file. Besides of monitoring and display the values, Radar is also able to patch the desired devices with the help of the patch editor. So you have to navigate to devices patch editor and a patch editor opens. In this editor you can patch all the desired RDM fixtures. At the moment we will see the fixtures of all interfaces, but we can also set up only one interface with universe 0 or universe 1. At the moment they are connected to a Stellar, and those you have these two universes. If there is a third-party RDM node which is able to communicate via RDM with multiple universes, you can increase this value and you will see the connected RDM fixtures at the second or third and fourth and fifth value. And here again all. Regarding the patch editor, we will also have a deeper look in one of the next tutorials. Let us have a closer look at RDM and how the communication works. MADRIX Radar is able to work with the RDM standards ANSI E1.20 and ANSI E1.37-1. Might you know, the RDM communication is based on the DMX infrastructure. That means no other cable connection is needed. So the RDM communication will be established during the short DMX breaks. With the help of the radar software and a capable ArtNet node, it is possible to send DMX data from an desired DMX controller and work with RDM at the same time without glitches at the visual output. Furthermore, a RDM device is always waiting for requests and will only answer to these requests. The radar communication works via ArtRDM, and thus every ArtNet node which supports ArtRDM can be used in connection with radar. There are different licenses available depending on your needs, and you can choose the right license for the project. Please note, the usage of the radar software is free of charge in connection with a MADRIX ArtNet RDM node like the Stellar. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.